Hello and welcome to HD Movie Talk. I am your host, Deans Beans, and as always, I am joined by my friend who has been next to me so many times during this podcast. He has a name that I remember, and I'm definitely not stalling just so I remember what it is. His name is Harlan, aka Fluffy Duffy. Hello.
Did you forget my name?
No, I didn't. It was a little bit I was doing.
It was a little. Oh, okay. Then I'm not mad at you.
I had the letter behind me. You're the H.
I'm the H.
This is going to get distracting.
And you're the D, but I'm also the D.
I'm the movie talk. I thought
mine is actually just HD. So this is
and your social security number is 001. Anyway,
you're pretty close. It's actually 002.
So we are here to rank every single episode we've done. Oh, that's incorrect. No, what I just said was incorrect.
Well, right, but if you continue the sentence, it would have been correct.
But no, because I said episode.
Oh, the Silver Lining.
Yeah, but we're ranking every movie we've done in. Anyway, So we do a series on this podcast, if you don't know, called The Silver Lining, where we take a bad movie, we talk about the good, we talk about the bad, and then we improve it and we make our own version. And we've done this 26 times.
26 times.
Yeah. And today we're going to take all 26 of these bad movies we've watched and rank them from the worst to the worsty worst.
And let's make a note so we can clear to our audience. We have recorded this episode before.
A year ago.
Just
about a year ago, actually. It's very dead on. Yeah. And what happened, Harlan?
Well, it was the first podcast we'd ever recorded together.
Yes, if you're listening, we're together right now. We're sitting next to each other.
That's my face. And
I do that a lot, don't I? The camera comes on, and I'm sort of like, let's slap Harlan.
But we were trying. We did never record it together before, so we tried recording the video and the audio separate.
Yeah.
But we ended up losing the audio.
Yeah, so we couldn't upload it.
Yeah, and then we didn't keep the ranking either.
And we literally, because we wrote it on a whiteboard, which we've got here for Harlan to write the rankings down. Right. And we wrote them all down, and then we were like, okay, that's good. And then we wiped them all off, and then we lost the episode. So if this episode never makes it to the light of day, then I think that's what the universe wants, and I'm willing to accept that.
Yep.
But when we started this episode last time, I gave you a little challenge. And I'm going to give you the same challenge now, and I knew you would have forgotten this.
Yes, this is a surprise to me.
Yeah. How many films can you name that we've done on The Silver Lining? We've done 26. From memory, what can you name?
Super Mario Bros., Crystal Skull, Cat in the Hat.
Just number 3 films you've watched most recently. Half of them.
Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3. TASM 2. Fantastic.
Yeah. Quite a few more superhero stuff we've done.
No, we haven't done that. Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh boy.
There's just one universe you're missing that we dipped our toe into.
Oh, the DCE. No, the Sonyverse.
No. But both of those we've done films from.
Both of those we did for Morbius? Did we do a Silver Lining?
Yeah, we did Silver Lining for Morbius. That's the Sony one, yeah.
DCEU. Did we do Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad, I think that's it. And then another universe.
The universe. The MCU?
No. Although we have done 2 MCU films.
So the Dark World.
Yeah. Recently.
Black Widow?
No, more recent.
Thor: Love and Thunder?
More recent.
What? Eternals?
I think we did one for Quantumania.
No, we didn't.
Was that not a Silver? I swear
we did not do Quantumania Silver Lining.
I'm gonna check now.
Wait, I think that's about
anyway,
what I can name.
You missed the X-Men stuff.
Oh, you're right, I did.
We've done quite a bit of X-Men about. Yeah, and there was Quantumania Silver Lining.
Shit.
The episode we did for that. Anyway, I'll read the list. And that was probably boring for our listeners, but I enjoyed it. So, in order, we did The Phantom Menace, Fantastic, Suicide Squad, Holmes and Watson, He's All That, Spider-Man 3, X-Men Origins Wolverine, Ghostbusters 2016, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, X-Men Dark Phoenix, The New Mutants, Pixels, Batman and Robin, Catwoman, Morbius, Ghost Rider, The Cat in the Hat, Attack of the Clones, Thor: The Dark World, Space Jam: The New Legacy, X-Men: The Last Stand, Star Wars: The Holiday Special, Mac and Me, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Super Mario Bros, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So, since we've watched these films, no, sorry, since we last filmed this video, I think we've watched a lot more bad films.
I think so.
Because
too.
some of the films I just listed that we've done in the last year
bad.
are bad.
All right, you should start from the top.
Yep. So we've got first up. This is an easy decision to make. We need to decide what's better: the first two films we watched, The Phantom Menace or Fantastic.
Phantom Menace is better.
Yes.
So should we put Phantom Menace at 1 or where we think it'll go in the ranking?
Just that's getting confusing. I think keep it at 1. I know that's more work for you.
Yep, it is.
But you did this last time. So yeah, I don't like the Phantom Menace.
Okay, and then Fantastic.
Yeah, I think the Phantom Menace is overrated. It's got good parts.
It's got good parts, but it's
like Duel of the Fates. But apart from Duel of the Fates, a lot of it is pretty crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Fantastic is all crap. Just
what's next?
Name one good thing.
Phantom Menace.
I remember. As we talk, memories of the last time we did this are coming back to me. We did one favorite thing and one least favorite thing from each film.
Okay.
So favorite thing from Phantom Menace for me, Duel of the Fates.
Favorite thing Phantom Menace for me, Darth Maul.
Okay, and then least favorite, Jar Jar Binks. I'd say the politics actually.
Jar Jar Binks.
Okay. Fantastic. Favorite thing. I think everyone's well cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, my least favorite thing is Doctor Doom.
Or
the fact that the thing doesn't wear any pants.
I think that there was some good horror elements when they
like body horror stuff.
Yeah, with the thing. And the awful acting.
Yeah, okay. Next film, Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad is better than Fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's right in the middle of the two.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, I don't enjoy. What I do like about Suicide Squad, Captain Boomerang. I love Captain Boomerang.
I like the soundtrack in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I don't like how the soundtrack's used.
But it's a good soundtrack.
Yeah, but it's just used awfully. That's like half the soundtrack.
And
I like.
Oh, you know what, this is the anniversary of Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
It's like Harley Quinn. Even though it's a little controversial, but like.
Yeah, she's good. She's good. I mean, this is her worst appearance, but she's good.
And my most dislike is Your Little Sugar.
We're shaking hands for our visual listeners because I agree. Next up, I would put this second from bottom, Holmes and Watson. Or is it worse than Fantastic? I think it's worse.
No, Fantastic is worse.
Okay.
Holmes and Watson, at least we can laugh at it and have fun.
Yeah. Oh, what's my favorite bit of Holmes and Watson?
You know what? I'll say my favorite from Holmes and Watson is when John C. Reilly starts lactating. Because it's so awful. I can't.
No, you can't put the lactating.
That's my favorite part. My least favorite part when it turns into a musical.
The musical is going to be my least favorite part. My least favorite part is going to be the lactating. And my favorite part is going to be the British cast. Sorry, I made a loud noise on the recording.
Are you making it louder?
Yeah, no, that wasn't okay. Okay, next up, the film I watched on my birthday for this podcast is He's All That. Do you remember that?
Not really. I think
we recorded it on my birthday as well. That's how I started off my 19th birthday by watching He's All That.
This is worse than Suicide Squad. Was it actually? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You don't get Harley Quinn.
Yeah. I don't remember He's All That well. I remember there was an Asian guy we both liked in it.
I remember him.
My favorite thing about this film is that it briefly gave me the phrase "he's all thatted," and I just started saying that about lots of things. Didn't I? Just kept saying,
especially about women.
No, that's she's all that. It's a woman. I'm like, oh, he's all thatted that movie because we fixed it. But and then my least favorite thing is the fact that no one in the film got he's all thatted. He just got a haircut and a change of clothes.
My favorite thing about this movie
Do you remember
is that
anything?
nobody. This is probably the most it's been talked about since its release.
Hey, do you? I like remember looking at Addison Ray TikTok comments at the time, and everyone's like, "I love him new movie. It's the best movie I've ever watched."
Well, yeah, of course. I remember liking the Smosh movie. This movie was good.
What are you trying to say about this Smosh movie?
Did you watch? Were you a Smosh kid?
No, I watched Smosh, but I never watched the Smosh movie. Like I was never proper into Smosh. I was
Oh.
always more of a Rat and Link guy.
My first ever
movie you ever watched was
No,
the
my
Smosh.
first
The
YouTube channel.
first the first film you ever watched was the Smosh movie.
Is not what I
We
said.
still haven't done the Fred movies for the Super Lining.
I actually quite like the first one. The first one has a special place in my heart.
I like the second one with vampires.
The third one's the worst.
The third one, yeah. Anyway, what were you trying to say about one of your first YouTube channel was Smosh?
No, but it was named after.
You
Smosh.
made Smosh.
I made
Your first YouTube
All right,
channel.
let's move on to the next one.
I will argue to put this in first place. I know you will disagree.
I already put it number 3.
No, I'm talking about the next film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want it in first place. You're going to disagree. Spider-Man 3.
I already disagree with that.
It's a little joke. My favorite thing about Spider-Man 3 is Sandman. Do you know what my least favorite thing about Spider-Man 3 is?
What?
I don't know if you're aware of this. I don't know if the audience is aware of this. Spider-Man 3 has a great score, but it's not available anywhere. And that really annoys me.
You're so silly.
You're just going to start this into an episode just looking down on the right.
Probably you made me do this. My favorite thing about Spider-Man
You made me do this.
is the score.
Yeah, and then your least favorite thing is this.
My least favorite thing is Venom.
Venom. That's a different film. We're talking about Spider-Man 3.
Oh, sorry, Two for Grace.
He's an actor. He's not a character in the film.
This is going to be an awful podcast.
I hope this one never gets released.
All right, what's next?
Next up, we have X-Men Origins Wolverine.
This one's better than Suicide Squad.
Is it CGI Claws?
CGI Claw.
Deadpool.
Mm,
See, I said Deadpool, and you're like, maybe it's on something here.
yeah, I think you're on something. But like, you get that opening title sequence.
Oh, you do. Nothing in Suicide Squad is as good, apart from Captain Boomerang as the opening title.
And then there's some interesting action scenes.
My least favorite thing about Suicide Squad is that Captain Boomerang throws out 2 boomerangs.
Right. He's better in the other one.
X-Men Origins Wolverine better than Suicide Squad?
I think it is.
Sure. Whatever, bro.
Okay.
Whatever, Trevor.
What's your favorite thing about it?
My favorite thing is the opening sequence.
And your least favorite?
I'll say Deadpool.
My least favorite thing is the CGI claws, like you mentioned.
Uh-huh.
And my favorite thing about it is Hugh Jackman's
It's
Wolverine.
me.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm not in the film. That's fair enough. What's your least favorite thing? Sorry.
The claws.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes.
All right, what's next?
The next film I secretly like.
What is it?
I want to put every film in first place from now on. You have to rewrite all of it. But the next film is Ghostbusters 2016.
I feel like we were pretty fun about this movie.
Because it like a lot of the jokes don't land.
Yeah.
Like Chris Hemsworth is crap in this film.
You know, like did I don't remember. I think I
Do
was
you remember he's
fine
got I've got a cat called I've got a dog called my cat, and I need to go and feed him or something.
That's funny, actually.
That was the worst joke. What was it the best? I just remember talking about it. I remember like the most lazy cameos in this film ever from the original
Oh
Ghostbusters.
yeah, they're awful. But is this movie better than Wolverine? X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah.
But it's not better than Phantom Menace.
No. I put it below Phantom Menace.
Okay.
It's a good cast. My favorite thing that I would say is the cast. Like that's a solid cast of comedic actresses.
Mm.
My least favorite thing. I don't even remember what happens in the film. There's a big dumb ending. What's the big dumb ending?
Well, aren't they like all released into the city and they have to suck them up? And like there's bad action.
No, I remember there's like a big thing. Oh, Chris Hemsworth gets possessed.
Oh, that's
Does he?
right. I think so. Yeah.
This is so bad that we're just like, oh, these
Trying
films.
our best to remember.
How long ago did we watch this? Let me have a look.
That'd be a while ago.
It was 2021.
But I think my favorite thing would. There's a lot of humor that misses, but a lot of it does also hit. I feel.
Yeah,
And there's some fun CGI. There's some fun CGI.
it looks fine.
My least favorite thing. I have two things you would say.
What did I say?
Lazy cameos and the Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, I was just naming things I could remember about the film.
Well, I feel strongly against the lazy cameos.
Yeah, but
Especially
in
Dan
its
Aykroyd's.
defense, yeah, but in its defense, I always enjoy a lazy cameo from Bill Murray because that's the only cameo he can do.
That's true. Ant-Man.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Next up, we have the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'm honestly, I think last time we had a bit of a debate about this
We did.
because I prefer Spider-Man 3, but I am willing to concede it, maybe for a cookie point later. I think that's second place. I know you want to say third.
No, I'll give it second place.
Yeah,
As long
because it is badly remembered because it's got like the awful Green Goblin and the awful Rhino, but Gwen Stacy and Peter Parker is amazing in that film.
Yeah, they're the best part of that movie.
And I think it's better there than it is in The Amazing Spider-Man.
But like you have like I don't know, it is a little bit lazy with like given that there was a no, I won't date her in the first one. Like, I will, I won't, I will.
Yeah, but it works, I think. And like that's funny because that is like one of the worst bits of Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, but
The
romance,
romance, not Gwen Stacy specifically. I forgot she was in that film. It's weird that she's played by Bryce Dallas Howard.
Bryce Dallas Howard. Yeah. Especially considering Bryce Dallas Howard, natural redhead, Kirsten Dunst, natural blonde.
Yeah.
Silly.
It is. That is the word I was about to use.
No,
Very.
it wasn't.
Yeah, you're right. I wasn't going to use any words. You win this round. Okay. You're going to be happy when we get to the end and we've just got all bad films. Next up, we do have a bad film. These are all bad films. They're not all bad films.
Okay.
X-Men Dark Phoenix.
X-Men Dark Phoenix is Phoenix. Don't expose me. Would you say it's better than Fantastic?
Yeah.
Better than Holmes and Watson?
Yeah.
Better than He's All That?
No.
All right.
That's the spot. Third from the bottom. What do you like about this film?
Magneto.
Yeah. Magneto's good in everything, bro.
He is. He's a good actor.
I don't know what to do.
Tell
us what to do. I don't know what to do.
This is when he's at like the base and he has like control of the helicopter and she just destroys him.
Do you like that? I don't know what to do.
I don't remember that.
That's in all the trailers. I remember it really strongly from in the trailers. It's a Professor Xavier line.
Oh yeah.
Tell me what to do. I don't know what to do.
My
favorite thing.
My least favorite thing is
the aliens. That's my least favorite thing.
Oh yeah, Jessica Chastain was awful. I also Mystique's design gets lazier and lazier.
Yeah,
but she gets. It's because Jennifer Lawrence doesn't want to do it.
She's not in the film very long.
No, that's true.
Which, what about that? Oh, maybe you should rename us the X-Woman women. That's awful. And it's awful, and not because we're woke. This is a woke podcast.
Yeah.
You didn't sound like you wanted to agree to that. Yeah,
no, it is, but it's an awful thing to say.
This podcast is this is the wokest podcast that takes place in this room.
Actually, damn
Okay.
What's next?
X-Men for X-Men, The New Mutants. I think it's better than Dark Phoenix.
I remember really disliking this movie. I'll put it over Dark Phoenix if it doesn't go above He's All That.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to remember this film. I like that the cast is better. Like you've got Anya Taylor-Joy, you've got Maisie Williams, you've got the girl from Prey. Do you remember?
I never watched Prey.
No, but the girl from Prey is like the lead in this. But then they fight a big bear at the end. Oh, it's got the guy from Stranger Things.
Charlie Heaton.
Yeah. and he has a really bad accent.
Yes, he
I
does.
forgot about that. What else happens in this film? There's like all the shadow monsters.
Yeah, the thing that looks like Slender Man, but not.
It's bad, but it's like not offensive.
It's so sad because that movie could have been so good. Like,
I think the reason I dislike it more, I like it more than Dark Phoenix is because Dark Phoenix is like bastardizing. I said bast. That's the second time today I've said bastardizing wrong. Which
Yes,
is
I know
the
what you're
weirder.
saying.
The weirder part about that is that I've said bastardizing twice in one day. You know,
Mm.
why am I using that word so much?
You're on
But
me.
it bastardizes characters that we care about and I like, and actors that I enjoy their performances. Certain characters. Well, these are all apart from like Magic. I never really knew any of them.
Right.
So I think that's why I prefer it because it's not like ruining something I care about.
Go on to the next one.
Yeah, you did say what's your favorite thing?
My favorite thing. At times they do a good job depicting like how these powers are through their lives.
Yeah, I like that. Like it's good horror for a superhero film.
Yeah, yeah. That's horror in a superhero movie. I give it that.
Next up, we have Pixels. It's not awful.
It's not awful. I had fun with this movie. I think I put it above Ghostbusters.
What? Yeah, yeah, probably. Like it's a. I'm trying to think of jokes that were in the film.
You get the Pac-Man one.
Well, I was just thinking that where Pac-Man eats.
Yeah.
But you get. Well, you really liked Peter Dinklage, and I could not stand him in this film.
He's very funny.
I kind of like Kevin James as the president.
People hated that when it came out, but I think that's hilarious.
Josh Gad married a Goobert. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Is that what they're called? Gooberts?
Gooberts, yeah, that's right.
Because they transformed into his
Crush.
favorite video game,
Yeah.
and then he marries.
That's weird.
I think it's got good action.
Yeah, you have like the
Pac-Man one's
Yeah.
good.
the Donkey Kong.
Yeah, you get the yeah.
So what's your least favorite thing about this movie?
I kind of want to say Peter Dinklage, but I will say it kind of is Peter Dinklage.
Say Peter Dinklage, you feel like that my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage is my favorite part of the movie.
It's just it's one of those things. We were talking about this with Dial of Destiny, where they take a massive swing and you either like it or you hate it.
Yeah. My least favorite thing. I think it's they take a really interesting premise because it was sort of like a YouTube little video.
Yeah.
And they just make it an Adam Sandler comedy and don't add anything that like what could have been. It's kind of irritating.
It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, this is where we're going to disagree.
Yeah.
Batman and Robin.
Under Mutants.
No, I secretly love this film
I'd rather watch New Mutants again than Dark Phoenix.
because then Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin.
But what if you were watching it with me? Like you weren't sitting there by yourself watching it. You were watching it with a friend you can laugh.
I
at
would
with.
budge to 8, so I'd budget to be above these all that.
What's above he's all that?
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I'm happy with that
Okay.
because my favorite thing is all like the ice puns.
It's awful. I did not dig it. I didn't think a single ounce of that movie.
I think it's funny.
I everything that you probably found funny, I was rolling my eyes with my dad when we were watching it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's what mindset you go into these films with.
Yeah, my dad's very protective of the older movies. So I am actually. What's your favorite part about it?
I said that's all the dumb jokes. My least favorite part is Bane.
Bane is horrendous. My least favorite part is Poison Ivy. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
And my favorite part, like, the Batman suits, the suits in this, the nipples are bad. However, I do think the Robin suit's kind of cool.
Oh, Robin is so bad in this film, and so is Batgirl.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember there's the whole message left by Alfred being like, "Oh, hello,
Oh, Arthur died in this movie. Doesn't he die in this movie?
Alfred."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be right. Yeah.
And then there's a computer. And the next film, I think, is the worst film.
Okay.
Oh no, we're halfway through.
We're halfway through. We're at
So
13.
give us the rundown of worstest to worst.
From worstest to worstest. We want to go from bottom to top.
Yeah, bottom to top.
Okay, at 13 we have Fant Four Stick. At number 12 we have Holmes and Watson. At number 11, then we have Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix.
Number 10 we have New Mutants.
New Mutants.
Number 9 we have He's All That. At number 8 we have
He's
Batman.
All That.
Number 8 we have Batman and Robin. Number 7 we have Suicide Squad. Number 6 Wolverine. Number 5 Ghostbusters. Number 4 Pixels. 3 Phantom Menace. 2 2002. 1 Spider-Man 3. Let's continue. 14.
Okay, 14. I think is the worst film.
Okay.
Catwoman.
13.
If you think what is more offensive to the character that it's based on, is it Fantastic Four or Catwoman?
Okay. So obviously Catwoman's awful. But like if we're going in what's most offensive to the character, Catwoman has always been sort of over sexualized.
That's not the issue of the film though. The only
Well, it's
issue
one of
the,
them.
the issue with Catwoman being nothing like Catwoman
Oh, that's true.
is that like, the only thing she lives in San Francisco or something.
Okay, I'll give you Catwoman. That's your
Sure.
okay. So Dean got like when he gave me Tasm 2 is worse than Spider-Man 3. He got like
I need a word for that because we do it every time we do
a gimme?
video. A gimme.
Yeah.
Gimme a lamb enough. Gimme. Wait, let me try that joke again. Guys said gimme a lamb. I'm just really hungry for some mutton. Give me some lamb. Gimme a man after midnight.
15?
Won't somebody help me
15?
chase the
What's it?
devil's away? I don't know. I need to look at my list. Okay. So sing for me while I look.
No.
You really thought about it. Ah!
I think I didn't think they would written out the lyrics.
Next up. Hey, Harlem. What's the time right now? We didn't do our least favorite thing about Catwoman.
Bad.
I don't know what my favorite thing about that film is. That Halle Berry accepted her.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I accepted her. Finish the sentence because we know what we're talking about. Razzie. Yeah. Okay. Next film. What time is it? It's Morbin time.
Oh, I see.
Okay. This isn't the first time Jared Leto's. Oh no, this is the second time. This is the last time Jared Leto is coming up.
Okay.
It better be. Don't bring him up again, okay?
I think Morbius is better than New Mutants. Am I wrong?
What's redeeming about Morbius? Just try and convince me. He flies like a crisp. He flies like a potato chip packet in the wind. The way he just.
Some of the effects are cool.
Yeah, like his face. Shut up, bro. Sorry.
Okay, how about it's?
I can sit it between New Mutants and Dark Phoenix.
Okay, I'll settle for that. Because like it's not horrendous.
No, it's not. It's not horrendously bad. It's just I've only seen it. I mean, I kind of want to like make it better. I like give it bonus points for the world's worst end credit scene.
Yeah.
I remember talking about this with you at the time when the reviews were coming out. Everyone like this film was bad and it has the worst post credit scene of all time. And I remember saying to you that they were all the early reviews. And I remember saying, how on earth can that be the takeaway from this film? And how can a post credit scene be the worst of all time? And I just couldn't wrap my brain around it. And it is so bad.
It's such a long post credit scene.
And it doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's explained a little bit by Across the Spider-Verse.
Kind of, but I don't think so.
Intriguing. Yeah, and he just gets his suit from somewhere. It's a different color, isn't it? Yeah, it's like orange instead of green. Intriguing. I think it's got something to do with Spider-Man.
All right, so what's your favorite thing about this movie?
My favorite.
My favorite thing about it is like the end trailers where he's like jumping around.
The what?
Like his entrails.
Yeah, but then when he flies, he looks like
Yeah, he doesn't look silly.
back it's in the wind. He's just the wind just picked him up. My favorite thing is Black Smith.
Oh, you know, my favorite thing is what they do with like the artificial blood. I think that's an interesting plot device.
Yeah. My least favorite thing's Jared Leto.
My least favorite thing is
Do you remember the bit where the police get to the roof really fast?
Tyrese Gibson.
Do you remember how they get to the roof? My favorite thing about the film is Tyrese Gibson thinking that Martin Scorsese had complimented it. Have you seen that?
Yeah, but then remember when like he had finally watched the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. All right.
Wait, no. What was that?
He like a couple months ago he went on like he's like I never really watched most of my movies, but I just rewatched Morbius. And that was bad.
Did you actually? I didn't. The Martin Scorsese thing, for those who don't know, is that someone, like as part of the Morbius meme trend, made a fake Martin Scorsese tweet being like, "I take back everything that I said about superhero cinema. This is about superheroes being bad films. This is true cinema." And then he posted it on Instagram and was like, "Wow, wow, wow! Thank you. This means so much coming from the man himself."
Man.
No, my least favorite thing about Morbius, and I'm being genuine about this, is the memes. I despise the Morbius trend.
Because you had to see it more?
Just because I was that annoyed by Morbius, I wasn't even finding people making fun of it funny. I was like,
that's how you know you really got
that's how it really got under my skin. My favorite thing was Jared Leto making people. We could talk about this film for another hour. is Jared Leto making people take him to the toilet in a wheelchair?
Wild. All right.
I feel like I should explain that one, but we don't have time. What's your favorite and least favorite? Did you say?
Yeah, I said Tyrese Gibson.
Wait, what's your favorite? Oh, the entrails.
Entrails
Entrails are like your
are
guts. Like if you cut open my stomach and my
What's
like,
16, Dean?
Huh?
What's movie 16?
I didn't know what that means.
Movie 16.
Oh, I thought you were like telling me, oh, Morbius is rated movie 16. Just movie rating system we have.
Because that would make sense.
The next up is a film I enjoy. Ghost Rider.
I enjoy this movie too. Is it better than Pixels?
No. The villain is really bad.
The villain is really bad. I like it more than Ghostbusters though.
Yeah, I can see that. I like Nick Cage. Freaking Nick! What's his line in Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent?
I don't know.
I really want to rewatch that film.
I have it on Blu-ray.
Do you?
You got it.
It's on Max, isn't it?
No.
It's on Netflix for us.
Well, that's up for you.
And Amazon Prime. It's on Netflix and Amazon Prime.
It might be on Amazon Prime for us.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
Amazon Prime is the same,
My
right?
favorite thing about Ghost Rider probably is Nick Cage. My least favorite thing is the villain.
My favorite thing is the special effects for Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Those are really good.
If you were an effect, you'd be special, and then you'd be a special effect. That was a sick burn. Continue.
And my least favorite thing is that one show of Nicolas Cage's abs. Because everybody says it's fake and he says it's real, and it's obviously not real. But it's just a
I think it might be real.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, but have you heard the thing where he's like, I'm not going to work out again because everyone was insulting my abs?
Yeah. I think it's funny because I don't think he did.
How rude of you.
That's me.
Okay. Now, next up, we've got the biggest talking point of all the talking points. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! What's every time you do it, you do this with your
Because he's
arms.
always moving. Like he jumps around.
He does not stand still in that film. What film is it?
We were talking about Cat in the Hat.
Which we talked about last week because we watched it in the cinema this week, a few days ago, and it was really good.
We really enjoyed it. Like we had a gay old time in there.
Did you prefer watching that or Dial of Destiny?
It's close.
Because it was really fun.
Yeah.
It was funny. And I was saying we weren't laughing at how bad it was. We were laughing at the bits of the film that are supposed to be funny.
Yes. There are a lot of adult jokes surprisingly. Like I don't think kids would cry at this movie. So once you get used to how frightening Mike Myers looks, it's fun.
Yeah.
It has a very distinct tone and style. I think works. But however, you got Dr. Seuss's wife was disgusted by this movie. It's the reason we don't get live action Christmas movies anymore because of this movie.
I understand why you'd be disgusted by this film, but it's funny and like the jokes work and like it's weird. I don't normally like the adult jokes in films. They make me roll my eyes a little bit, you know, in adult jokes in kids' films. But I think they work here, and and there's a lot of kids' jokes which work as well. And the best joke in the film is the Taiwan filibuster, which is like a reference you'll only get if you've watched the film in the last like 7 days, I think. Where are we putting it?
I think.
So you already just got Ghost Rider already?
What? I think we should put it above Phantom Menace.
Yeah, okay. Oh, we're gonna upset so many
We're gonna
people.
upset so many people, especially even our past selves would be so disappointed.
Oh yeah, but Dean from the past, if you're listening to this through some like I got Archimedes' dial and I flew through a portal and gave myself this podcast episode. Rewatch it with someone. But I think I enjoyed it more than you did the first time around. What's happened is I've kind of won you over.
I think so. But we're never watching Batman and Robin because it refused to be won over in that movie.
You're not just wrong, you're stupid. And you're ugly, just like your mom.
Alright.
What's another good bit in Cat in the Hat? What's your favourite thing in Cat in the Hat?
I think when his hat gets hard.
And he unfolds the photo of the mum, and then his hat just goes. Whoop! My favourite part. What is the bit? There was a few bits that which really killed me.
One thing that I don't think is that funny, but it gets me giggling is when he reads the children.
Yeah.
To see what level they are, it's serial arsonist.
Yeah.
That's silly.
And then, like, it's funny when it ends on bedwetter and he's like, you can hit it with that. And it's still not going to change. I don't know. Well, can you remember a bit of that film which really made me laugh?
Well,
yeah. You are fired. These references are pieces to no one right now.
It's a silly movie. Let's go next.
Okay.
Next?
Speaking of Phantom Menace, it's Attack of the Clones. You should have just like done this on your phone.
I think this is
like writing it down on a whiteboard has no benefit because they can't see it.
No, we can't, but we can have it at the end. Yeah, it's all like scribbled on.
Read it. Show it to the camera so they can show. Just get it nice and close. They can't really see it, but if you could see it, you'd have just as much luck reading it. Okay. I don't like Attack of the Clones. I would put it significantly lower than Phantom Menace in the list.
I like Ghostbusters 2016 more.
Yeah. What's under Ghostbusters 2016?
Wolverine.
I think Wolverine's better.
Really?
What's the redeeming quality in this film? Django vs Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
But like you get the opening. That's you know.
Get Yoda fighting, but you don't like Yoda in this movie.
I don't like flipping Yoda.
I've asked so many people about this.
Yeah, but that's because you're all stupid Americans.
And you're just a stupid Brit. So where's the us? I really heard it's really. Dean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
I just realised that was the first time I could actually walk out of a podcast recording like that.
Wow, look at you.
You know.
So better than Suicide Squad?
I mean, it's way worse than the Suicide Squad.
And
Suicide Squad, though, is a different conversation.
Oh. What Suicide Squad?
Wow, I can't believe you think Attack of the Clones.
I could not put Attack of the Clones below Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
It's really harsh.
Yeah, we can put it in that little gap. I mean, if you really want, we can put it above Wolverine. If that's what you think.
No. I think they're equal for me. So.
You replaced the dot. That sounds serious. He's got 10 and then dot. And then he accidentally wrote out the dot and replaced the dot. Because I'm doing this properly, even though the dot's in the wrong colour.
Tech.
Oh, You didn't just write ATAC, ATOC, 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 ATAT,
What's next?
ATOC is a film that I like. I'll give you one word, and you have to guess what film it is. I need to figure out what word I'm going to give you. For the Dark World.
Cat in the Hat.
We talked about Cat in the Hat. Do you want to talk about Cat in the Hat again?
Nope.
I like the bit where Alec Baldwin sits down, gets undressed, and he's just a really fat, lazy guy who's getting evicted from his house.
Where does Thor the Dark World fall on this list?
Yeah.
It's better than Ghost Rider.
Yeah, it's better than Ghost Rider. I think it's better than in between Ghost Rider and Pixels in that sweet, sweet sixth spot.
Yeah.
Sixth spot.
What's your favorite part about this movie?
My favorite part about Thor the Dark World is the Thor and Loki stuff.
Yeah, it's
Genuinely
when he
really
gets his
good.
hand cut off.
Really good. I like their relationship and their dynamic in this film. I think everyone in it's good.
I think one of the most consistent parts.
Maybe it's better than Pixels.
Yeah, I put it above Pixels.
Because you get Frigga's death. Like, Odin's always fun to watch.
Yeah.
I like Asgard in this film. This is like the last time you get a good Asgard.
That's true.
Apart from Avengers Endgame, where they're playing Thor.
You didn't really get it good.
Yeah. That was a little joke. I just wanted to talk about Thor now.
We should not talk about Thor. You gotta stop being so silly. It's gonna get you one day.
What are you threatening me?
My favorite part.
Yeah.
Good thing.
Yeah.
Can I just say Loki? Loki's
Yeah,
the
like,
best part of this movie.
What's your least favorite thing?
Malekith.
You didn't say the exact words I thought you were going to say, and I would have hit you. You're like, my name's from right, it's Chris Ferguson. Chris Ferguson's a good actor. And mad respect for the guy for being like, oh yeah, I didn't enjoy making that film and I didn't want to make it. I just made it because I wanted money. I like it when actors admit that.
Yeah.
Because some actors are like, oh no, I just enjoyed.
Wait, hold on. Do you like Phantom Menace more than Marvel?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got dual fates. Thor: Dark World doesn't have anything like dual fates.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I sent you a video. Do you know Edward Norton loses money on every Wes Anderson film he makes?
Really?
And he gets paid about $4,000 for it.
That's really cool. They just like to do it because they're fun to make.
And then that's why he does all these adverts so he can live his extensive lifestyle where he buys an island and he buys
What adverts does he do?
They're all American ones. I just watched a video interviewing him today.
Oh, interesting.
I think I sent it to you on TikTok while you were in the toilet.
Maybe. I haven't opened TikTok since.
Since you went to the toilet.
Yeah. Isn't
that what you do on the toilet? What are you doing on the toilet?
I think it was an intense session.
That's so stupid. Okay, the next film's a genuinely bad film. Space Jam: A New Legacy. Awful film.
Dark Phoenix is better.
Where's Dark Phoenix?
16.
Yeah, put it above Holmes. It's better than Holmes and Watson.
Yeah.
But it's not good. It's worst cinema experience of my life because I only watched half the film. Just soulless.
Did you end up you rewatched it for the podcast?
Oh yeah. I bought it so I could watch it for the podcast. I own it.
What's your favorite part? My favorite was the cameos you see in the basketball.
I thought you were just going to be like, my favorite part is the cameos throughout the film. So they go to the Harry Potter world, and they go to the Batman world, and then you get Rick and Morty show up. They made a joke about that in the new Rick and Morty season. It was quite funny. They were like, the only thing more soulless than this is Space Jam cameo. And I was like, that's really funny. It's something like that. Yeah. Yeah, my favorite. I like the Michael B. Jordan cameo.
Oh, that is really good.
My favorite thing is the Porky Pig rap. I've definitely told you this before. Do you mind if I retell the story of my connection to the Porky Pig rat?
Go crazy.
So, for those who don't know, I watched Space Jam Legacy in cinema. The film stopped halfway through, so I didn't watch the second half. And then I had to pirate the film and watch the second half at home because something within me just found so unsettling watching half of this awful film. Because it made it even more unsatisfying. I was like, what if it gets good? Spoiler alert, it doesn't. And like in the meantime, I was just reading spoilers about this film because at that point I didn't care.
Right.
And I kept reading things about this Porky Pig rap, about how it's the worst thing anyone has ever seen. And I was like, oh no, this isn't gonna be good. And I remember watching the film. This is the bit of the film I remember most clearly. And like Porky Pig's getting ready to rap, and there's like such a build up to him about to rap. And because I knew it was coming, I was filled with such like a genuine tension and terror. Like I really tensed up. And I was like, oh, it's coming. And while it's happening, I was like, no, it's as bad as everyone said. My least favorite bit is the Matrix references.
My least favorite part is the CGI Don Cheadle. Terrifying.
My favorite part of Space Jam: A New Legacy. I feel
You
like I
already
said
said
it. What did I say?
You said your favorite.
Oh, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Another good part is there's a line where basically one of the producers at Warner Brothers explains the plot of the film, and then I forgot his name. What's the basketball player in it called?
LeBron James.
LeBron James. We don't have basketball in the UK. LeBron James goes, "That's an awful movie. No one would watch that." You're right, LeBron James. That is.
I thought they well, they're fine. They're mediocre.
I think it was the same day. HBO Max.
Oh, so did that.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, we're back in the Silver Lining speciality. I think
Which is
the X-Men.
okay.
We do a lot of X-Men films.
Because one of them are bad.
Yeah. No, X-Men: The Last Stand. I think we're running out of X-Men films to talk about.
X-Men Last Stand is the best X-Men movie we talked about.
You sound so upset about
It is. I am upset.
that. Why are we doing? Like you writing this down?
You know, if you'd said to me earlier on, like before the podcast, you're like, just do it on your phone, I would have been like, oh yeah.
I didn't think about it until I saw how much hard work this is.
I think it's hard work. It's just annoying.
X-Men: The Last Stand. How many X-Men films do we have left to talk about? Apocalypse.
You done that one?
No, I'm saying that what do we have left? Apocalypse. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
So X1, X2, Apocalypse. First class, Days class. Yeah, that's it. That's the last bad X-Men movie left, apart from Deadpool 3.
Okay. It's a whole conversation in itself. We just said, but what do you? Is it better than He's All That?
X-Men: The Last Stand. Let me think about this film. What bits do I like and not like? Just tell me things about this film.
Well, you get the whole drama with being the cure.
Yeah, I do like
good.
that. I don't like CGI.
You get
Fake
the-
savior
I'm the
exploding.
juggernaut, bitch.
Yeah, Vinnie Jones. Do you know he's a soccer player?
Sure.
He was originally a soccer player.
He's huge.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, rugby. I'm gonna Google it. That's embarrassing if I don't know. Continue.
Cyclops' death.
Yeah. I feel like there's a bit on the bridge that I got. Yeah, football. There's a bit on the bridge that I really got caught up over. I can't remember what it was. It's something in the finale of this film which I just maybe I think there's a really bad line.
Angel. He's the introduction
Yeah.
movie. That's really cool.
Also, there's a really bad line at the end of this film.
It's a pun, right?
Yeah, it's like when Magneto moves the bridge.
Burn bridges.
No, I don't know. It's not going to come to me, but like I remember.
Xavier always said we could never burn.
Oh yeah, he does say something like that. He goes, Xavier always said that we should build bridges, but he didn't. He just destroyed a bridge. And anyway, what was the question? What was the question?
Is it better than He's All That?
I'm going to say no. Just when you think about all the
Okay.
stuff it ruined, what's around He's all
Sure.
that.
Batman and Robin and New Mutants.
Yeah, it's better than New Mutants.
What's next?
Let me have a look for you.
Oh, we can say what favorite parts of it. My favorite part was the angel bit.
Yeah, Angel's good. My favorite part is I like the politics around the cure.
Yeah. And my least favorite part is
I'm really impressed you got that bridge line.
you said bridge, and I'm like, what are some bridge puns?
Yeah.
That's it. Is the X-Men Jean love arc.
The X-Men Jean blah
Wolverine Jean.
Cyclops.
Or Triangle.
Exploding Savior.
Fair enough. What's next? We got
1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to go.
Let's have a look. Let me scroll down my list because I've lost my place. Next up, we have a film very close to both of our hearts. I would just like to say X-Men The Last Stand caused us to take almost a 3-month hiatus from The Silver Lining. And then we came back with a bad film, you'd be happy to hear. Star Wars The Holiday Special. Maybe the worst.
This won't be like the most extreme to me because I watched, because I think we were recording like 11. I woke up at 9:30, turned it on, and there was like falling in and out of the sleep.
I remember you saying this. And then there's like the softcore porn. There's like 20 minutes of no dialogue and just Wookiees. Yeah. And just Wookiees talking to each other. There's Carrie Fisher sings a song at the end.
Holiday Special.
It's awful. What's your favorite thing?
The fact that Harrison Ford's in it.
Yeah, it just doesn't care. My favorite thing. The animated bit's good.
That's true. Introduction of Boba Fett.
Yeah, my least favorite bit is the cooking. Do you remember the cooking? There's a cooking thing. You're probably asleep. It's like me and that episode of Barry we just watched.
Yeah, I've been showing him Barry, but I guess I was showing him an episode past his bedtime.
He was looking like 11:30, and I just like fell asleep, and I was like, "Wow, I've had a big day today." We didn't do anything. Next up, it's a film I'm not sure how I feel about. Mac and Me.
Whoa.
It's mixed feelings.
It's worse than Holmes and Watson.
Directed by Steven Spielberg. Okay. Counter argument. There is nothing in Holmes and Watson. If you combined the total amount of humor in all of Holmes and Watson, nothing is funnier than him falling off a cliff in his wheelchair. Google Mac and Me cliff scene.
Have you watched all the clips of Paul Rudd playing it? It's so funny.
But then the clip in the actual film is so much funnier in reality because there's like no build up to it, and it goes on for longer than it goes on for so long. Do you remember? He just like opposite his house, he just starts going downhill, and he can't stop going downhill. And you're like, where's this gonna go? And there's a cliff into.
I think it's better than Space Jam 2, but putting it above Dark Phoenix, I think is just wrong.
I think I'm happy putting it below Space Jam 2. Okay, cool. All that product placement. I mean, to be fair, the two most product placement films in the world, Space Jam 2 and Mac and Me.
That's true. All right.
Anything? What's your favorite thing? Okay, we both got the same favorite thing in Mac and Me.
Yeah, falling down the cliff.
His favorite thing.
So little.
What happens in the film? So his family show up. He's got a family.
Does he die?
You're
This is part of the kid resurrected.
You're thinking of E.T.
Didn't the kid get like blown off his wheelchair?
No, the kid dies in the lake, and then when he falls off the cliff, and then the alien saves him. I think. I don't know. What does he eat that he really likes? M&Ms.
Is it M&Ms? I feel like it's M&Ms.
I feel like it's M&Ms. I don't. Yeah, because he has his family hidden. I don't know.
Let's just move on. We're so close.
Let's just get this over with. This episode's never going to be released anyway. No, this isn't saving. Okay. Next up, speaking of aliens, we have Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantum Mania. See, the thing is, it's a bad superhero film, but this
Yes.
list is the bee's knees of bad superhero films. That's a very British phrase.
Do you
isn't
think
it?
it's better than Morbius?
Yeah,
Do you think it's better than New Mutants?
yeah.
Think it's better than Last Stand?
It's around there, I think.
Me too.
Do you think it's better than Morbius and New Mutants?
Yes.
Like Jonathan Majors is really good in it. Like parts surrounding that are done, but Jonathan Majors is really good. I like Cassie Lang as a new character. I like a really like begrudging Bill Murray cameo.
Do you think it's better than Suicide Squad?
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think it's better than Talking the Film, so.
I'm happy to put that. It's better than Suicide Squad. There are good things in this film,
Yeah, there are, but it's
like Jonathan Majors.
but the ending is just horrible.
Yeah, I do think it's funny. You don't find this bit funny when he's like, oh, maybe Kang is alive and everything is ruined. Spoiler alert: Kang's dead. He's never coming back. We won't see Jonathan Majors again.
Nope.
Well, there are good things. I like Hank Pym
Yeah,
hanging out with Vance.
that was smart how they did that. How, like,
Yeah,
considering they filmed a different point and they've had such a large civilization.
yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know. I just hate just the volume and just how.
Yeah, but the volume was like it was used for a lot, but a lot of it was also blue and green screen.
Yeah, but the issue with the volume when it's used badly is that like you can see the end of the world and they're like walking along and then you're like, oh, the volume stops there and that's just an eternal abyss.
Yeah, the Mandalorian does it well.
Yeah,
They use it
mostly.
sparingly and well, not sparingly, but they are more smart
They
about
put
it.
thought into it.
Yeah.
And they film on location. Like the whole fun of Ant-Man is him interacting with the environment as a little dude.
Right. They lose the Ant-Man meanness.
Yeah.
And I get Peyton Reed wanted to do like a bigger movie,
Yeah.
but it should
But
be
there's
a
different ways to do
franchise.
that. I don't like MODOK. I think I like the flashback with Janet and Kang.
Oh hell!
What?
I just remembered another thing that was on this list.
What? What has happened?
No, let's just keep on going.
What have you done?
Nothing. I haven't done anything yet.
What?
So what I'm gonna have to do.
What are you talking about?
Wait, the last one we put on this list
Yeah.
isn't a bad movie. Let's just continue.
Okay. The next film I really enjoyed, we're going to disagree on.
Okay.
I've got one question for you to figure out which film this is, and then you tell me what film it is.
Okay.
Question is, It's a Me and Mario.
Oh, Mario.
Yeah, but which one?
The first one.
Yeah, the live action one.
Live action.
I kind of enjoyed this film a lot more than you did.
Yes, you did.
Like how much right? You have the whole names of so many films. Like sometimes you use abbreviations, that's clever. But sometimes you're like, nah, I'm just gonna write the whole
I
name.
don't remember what HS is the issue.
What is H? Oh, holiday special. Yeah. Yeah, that's hers. Okay. What film are we talking about? Mario.
Mario.
If you you remove all Mario lore from it and look at it completely separate from Mario, it's like a weird, kind of cool.
But alas, it's not, so we can't relate to that.
I like the Mario and Luigi dynamic. I really like John Leguizamo and what's his name? I'm gonna have to Google it. I like them. I think they're good in the film, and I think that the film has funny bits.
I think this movie's worse than Morbius.
Okay, sure.
You think so?
Yeah.
Cool.
Bob Hoskins, because it is bad. Like it is a bad film, but it's a bit of fun, and like just the like when a film is that much of a nightmare to make,
It was a nightmare.
it must be like a bit of fun.
Yeah.
The final film. We've made it, ladies and gentlemen. I can now announce the final film we will be talking about on tonight's special edition of HD Movie Talk is Indiana Jones in the Kingdom of all the Crystal Skulls. That is so clever. But how you have to write the numbers down, which will be faster. for everyone, because no one can see what Harlan's doing on this whiteboard. Instead of changing the list of all, why haven't you been doing this all along? Instead of changing instead of like rubbing out every film name and rewriting it.
That would have been a pain.
Yeah, he's rubbing out all the numbers and rewriting the numbers. Where does Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is a good film.
It is.
It's got this 50s aesthetic which works. It's got some cool action. What
is Kingdom of the Crystal Skull our favorite movie?
Wow, are you really saying it's better than Spider-Man 3?
I like Spider-Man 3 more.
Yeah.
But there are more flaws in that movie than in Crystal Skull.
Okay, let's talk about the bad things in Crystal Skull and then we move to the good.
The CGI.
CGI, the anthill. I really got fixated.
The aliens.
The aliens, they're not aliens.
Cross-dimensional beings. Interdimensional beings, whatever the hell.
I was thinking about this film recently. The magnets are really stupid. Do you remember at the start of the film he throws up the dust and it goes? It's not that bad. Rewatch Indiana Jones and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. All the Indiana Jones films are good. Would you agree that all the Indiana Jones films are good?
Yeah. All of them over 50%, over 60%.
I think it's Spider-Man 3.
All right.
It does have an abysmal ending, but
because if you look at it, we were able to
fix
Spider-Man 3 so much more.
Yeah.
Than Crystal Skull.
Yeah. Okay, you write those numbers in while I say my favorite thing of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is the snake scene.
Yeah, you like the snake scene.
Mm-hmm. It's a good reveal of Mutt being his son. It's a good snake bit. It's a good action set piece, and then John Hurt runs off and he's like, "Go get help," and he comes back and he goes, "Help." My least favorite thing. I'm gonna say the anthill. The answer's the aliens, but I'll say the anthill because that has been on my mind a lot for some reason. How stupid it is. There's like a human-sized anthill which a big man gets dragged into.
Let's say first the aliens. I'm gonna take that one. Thanks for that one.
Yeah, what's your favorite?
I really like Mark Williams did the whole Greaser 60 film movie.
Yeah. Can I give us a quick sidetrack before we announce the results?
Sure.
There is something I suddenly had a brainwave about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny last night. What? Spoilers for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I love how they still kept the big dude that Indiana Jones has to fight, but he just was really sucked at fighting him, so in the end the kid had to kill him in the most horrific way imaginable.
Yeah. That made me not the most horrific death, but that was a pretty.
It was not nice. It's the most horrific death in the film.
In the film, yeah, but not in the franchise.
What's the most horrific death in the franchise?
There's some pretty bad ones.
I mean, to be fair, the anthill.
The anthill, Kate Blanchett's character is burned from the
inside
out.
So many characters get burned from the inside out.
That's an awful way bad.
Yeah, so many the Ark of the Covenant just.
Yeah. They melt.
They what?
They melt.
I'm pretty sure
Okay,
we're gonna announce this now. Do you want to go from best to worst or worst to best?
Worst to best.
Okay, so worst to worstest. No one's gonna be able to read that, Harlan.
They will. They'll know.
Do you know what I'm gonna do now, live on recording?
Sure.
I'm gonna take a picture of this, and then we're gonna have it forever. I want to get this in the picture as well. This is I'm so professional at recording podcasts.
Look at us.
Okay, we got a copy of it now when this never gets released. Okay, in 26th place we have.
You have to read it off. I can't.
Okay, in 26th place we have Star Wars: The Holiday Special, the worst film we've ever talked about. It's so bad. It's technically
2 years.
Not a film. It's a TV special. Yeah, in over 2 years, worst film.
Less than 2 years.
Over 2 years. We started June.
But we haven't done.
Yeah,
no, you're right. Yeah, we didn't do
It was the Flash week. I realised afterwards. Anyway, last place is the holiday special in 26th. Yeah, now I need to try and read this. 25th place, the worst film we've watched because Star Wars is a TV special. Is Catwoman. 24th is Fan4sticks. In 23rd is Holmes and Watson. What a world we live in. Well, where there's 3 films worse than that we've watched. Back in the day, we thought that was the be all and end all of bad films. In 22nd place is Mac and Me. In 21st place is Space Jam: A New Legacy. Well deserved. 20th place is Dark Phoenix. 19th place is Marry O. How he's written it. You've written Marry Zero. In 18th place is Morbius. It's Morbid time, baby. 17th place is The New Mutants. 16th place is X-Men: The Last Stand. 15th place is He's All That. 14th place, in the very middle, we have Batman and Robin. And then in 13th place, also in the very middle, we have Suicide Squad. Oh no, the middle is between those 2 films.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's 13, 26.
Yeah, but the middle is there because there's 13 here and then there's 13 here. So the middle is there.
Look, you're wrong.
In an even number. So look, I'm right. You have 13 films, okay, and then another 13 films. So the middle is in between the 13th and the 14th.
Well, that's not how we do math in America. Next.
You're so wrong. In 12th place is Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, the most recent film on this list. In 10th place is Star Wars Episode 2: Attack of the Clones. 10th place, entering the top 10 of the best films we've talked about in HD Movie Talk, The Silver Lining. 10th place, we have X-Men Origin Wolverine. You really want to get out of it, don't you?
No, you didn't say 11.
Yeah, I did.
You said 10th place. We have.
And 11th place. So do you want to do that message? In 10th place of every silver. What? Okay. Thanks for listening, guys.
No, we said we're fine more.
In 10th place, it's extra Wolverine. Gonna go. Okay. 10th place is X-Men Origins Wolverine. 9th place is Ghostbusters 2016. 8th place is Ghost Rider, starring Nicolas Cage. 7th place is Pixel. Pixels is so hard.
I love how you have to say Nicolas Cage, even though there's no other Ghost Rider.
7th place, better than the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode. 7th place is Pixels, which amazed me how high it is.
That's a wonder.
6th place is Thor: The Dark World. 5th place is Phantom Menace. 4th place is Listen, we are reliable movie raters and opinion reviewers.
We're talking very matter of fact, so I think I need to help with the point.
I'm just laughing how none of the words I'm saying are correct. We're very official at reviewing and successful, and Ken has in 4th place, so it must be true.
We're very good at reviewing and successful.
Honestly, if you're like Cat in the Hat is too high on this list, if you're thinking that right now, find a friend. If you don't have one, find one. If you do have one, find where they are. Get a physical.
Follow them home from work.
Get a physical copy of Cat in the Hat, and then sit down with them and watch it in the mindset of we're gonna have fun.
Why does it have to be a physical copy?
What streaming service?
Get a laser.
I know you're so.
You're gonna have to edit those places out.
I'm not editing that out because we've talked about it now. No, what were you talking about? Physical copies?
I was gonna say get a laser disc and kind of.
It's good. It's funny. It's like the bits we were laughing at were the funny parts of the film. Right, the bits we were intentionally funny. 3rd place is The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Back in the Habit. 2nd place is Spider-Man 3, Secret of the Ooze. And 1st place is Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Boom! We did it.
Okay, I've got 2 questions for you.
Sometimes Tuesdays. These are my 2 answers.
Okay, number 1. What is the most surprising ranking?
Cat in the Hat. It has to be.
Okay.
4th?
Yeah. Cat in the Hat and Pixels is surprised me.
Yeah.
Oh, what film out of all these films we've watched were you most disappointed? Not what's the worst film, but what film shocked you by how bad it was? And what
Ant-Man
film?
3.
And what film surprised you by how good it was the most? I think I was most surprised by.
We can't say Cat in the Hat because the first time I watched
Yeah.
it for the Silver
I
Lining,
enjoyed it more than you did.
you did.
I think I
didn't.
was surprised by how much I enjoyed Batman and Robin.
I think I was surprised. I don't think any of these movies really. I was surprised by how much like Crystal Skull.
I was surprised by how much I disliked. Yeah, Ant-Man 3 is the clear choice there, I think.
Yeah.
Because also I'd seen most of these films before
True.
as well.
But I had seen Crystal Skull before
Okay.
in a while.
My final question for you is if you could recast the lead in any of these films, but the lead had to do a silly voice, what film would it be? Who would you recast and what would the voice be? It's a 3-part question. Part 1.
Nobody likes Topher Grace's though.
Okay, so you'd recast Spider-Man 3. Yeah.
It has to be an actor doing a silly voice.
Yeah, so who's the actor you would recast?
Jared Leto.
Okay, I don't like this so far, but let's see where you're going.
As Paolo Gucci.
As Paolo. Can I give you an example?
No,
Okay,
pause.
pause. Did you see how excited I got?
I got really excited too. So you know the scene where Venom crawled up to Sandman,
Yeah.
and his tentacles go away.
Yeah.
Instead of the line he says,
Mm-hmm.
I
I don't know what he says.
Poop. Shit.
Huh?
I don't know the line, but you know the line. Never mix.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking me to say the line, the Venom's line.
No.
He says, "Never confuse shit with chocolato. They may look the same, but it is very different. Trust me, I know."
Could you put an overlay of that clip that I'm talking about while it's muted?
While it's muted.
So like you voice over that scene.
Yeah.
Instead of Topher Grace speaking, it's you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Future Dean. I
I'm
appreciate
not
that.
gonna remember to do that because this is coming out in like 2 weeks.
I'll remind you.
If you remind me, I'll do it. Okay, and then also, I would if I had to like Jared Leto type of Grace, I would do the bit where he gets really angry at Peter Parker. He says something good. Oh no, it'll be when J. Jonah Jameson fires him. He goes, you got me by the balls! That's our contractually obligated Italian accent of the week. I realise we don't explain that anymore, we just do it.
Yeah.
So if anyone's listening, usually they're like, why do they do that? But we have to, on our contracts, we have to do an Italian accent every week. I'm about to sneeze, so I'm going to wrap this podcast up now. Adios. What a way to end this historic podcast episode. I want to thank you all for listening. Next week we'll be having a jolly old fun time.
We'll probably still be next to each other.
In this very room.
In this very room, baby.
I said maybe. Not baby.
Yeah, damn right, baby.
We'll be in this very room, baby. And on that note, we'll see you next week. I really need to lean forward to stop this recording. So can you just say something while I do this?
Wieners in butts.